He's a lovely little boy, Marco, my little kitten, but with pneumonia. Yeah, he's not the most loving kitten, but now I've got to catch him every day, put eye drops in his eye, and feed him a tablet that he's not particularly keen on. So, yeah.
That doesn't help, does it? They can't talk back to you, can they? Really?
No, and as much as I tell him it is more hurtful for me to do this to you, Marco, than it is for you to receive.
Right. So we're now. I've just gone live on Amazon. Yourself?
Are we there? Sorry, just talking about my kitten. Let's go. Yes, now we're there.
All right.
All good. All live everywhere.
Brilliant. Okay, so we are live, and I can take that card down. And Nick Wood is ready to join your broadcast. Nick Wood is already in my broadcast.
I thought I was.
Aren't you?
Definitely me.
Right.
I'd recognise that face anywhere. Yeah.
Let's switch the second camera off, and we can tell you that this is Lights, Camera, Action, broadcasting from Be Live as always. And if Anton of Be Live is watching, hello Anton, thank you for the help. And yeah, so just by the by, I did a broadcast last week for OneStream Live about the new OneStream mobile app, which is quite amazing. You control everything from the app. Anything you can do on desktop, you can do on the app. Pre-recorded video to 45 destinations. So, okay, so we can now hide that because we don't need that. We can hide that card, and that should bring us to here. That's better. Right. Okay, and we'll try this one. No, that doesn't work now. We've got it. Sorry. Right. Yay. Right.
Okay. Oh, hi, Corinda.
And we say hello to Corinda. Corinda, welcome. It's good to see you. And thanks for joining, and thanks for commenting on Nick's page. Right. Oh, wait a minute. And Corinda's coming back again. And Corinda is saying, Nick, I miss you busy.
Oh. Well,
Nick has replied, say hello. Right. Okay. Are we caught up?
It's a fascinating conversation.
Right. If you're watching on Amazon Live, either on Nick's page or my page, thank you very much. This is our weekly get together, and we are back again at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK, because the clocks went back last weekend in the USA.
So we have daylight saving.
Yeah, it makes life a lot easier because we're used to 5 hours time difference, not 4. So, okay. Anything happening in your world, Nick? In regards to running, say?
Funny you should ask that, Stephen. Actually, yes. I am now signed up officially for January the 21st, 2024. I'm signed up to do the Farnborough Half Marathon. So that's 13 miles, 22 kilometers, something like that. What a breeze. It's going to be in the winter, so I'll have my woolly on. So hopefully, what I'm hoping is that will stop me from overheating. And so it'll be a nice cooling day, and I'll actually be able to run the whole distance. That's my plan.
Well, I wish you every success, and I know that the training's hard. So train hard, and you'll. As I said, my initial reaction was, "You've got this."
Yes, thank you. I have. Yes, no, it'll be good fun, and it's the whole thing is, it's good because it gets you healthy, and what's not to love about that? And there's Christmas in the middle, so I can be able to eat what I like.
Well, last weekend at Parkrun was a bit wet on both courses because we've got obviously Quakers Walk and Melksham, and they're both known for mud. So we thought, Angelica and I sat there at 8:30 and said, do we go out the door and go to a parkrun, or do we stay safe on the pavement? We decided to stay safe on the pavement, and Angelica paced me to 3 personal bests as we did our own 5K around where we live.
Well done.
So I just want to say thank you to Angelica. Question from Corinda: do you have got a new green screen? No, I've just dusted it. It's just looking. And I've got no water pipe, dead.
Oh dear,
Oh dear, you're without water.
that's not good.
Depends where you are, because we've had the floods, haven't we? And people were cut off from water.
That's true. Actually, yeah, just down the road from me in Godalming, there's Godalming, and where was the other place? In Surrey. And yeah, they've got no water at the moment. Well, they didn't have yesterday.
Ah, right. Well, that's shall we change the mood? And I've got the carousels are in and
Oh,
comments are coming in, and I just got to share my screen now, I think. 'Cause I didn't do this beforehand, so I'm going to go share screen. Okay, I'm going to go for the movie quiz because it's Tuesday. It's the movie quiz. Come back into here,
we do like a movie quiz.
and I'm going to close that down and go for the movie quiz on screen. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to try and get the movie quiz where I am.
Ah,
Yes, first time. No, no messing. Now, if you've not joined us before, this is the movie quiz from Triviaplaza. Thank you very much, Triviaplaza. And we always start with a topic. And which topic shall we have this week, Nick?
oh, let's go for let's go for special. Go for specials.
Specials. Okay. Right, now you need a year. Specials. How's your Harry Potter?
Never read it. Never seen the movies.
Shall we go? What about Tarantino?
Oh yes, yeah. Tarantino. Yeah, that might not be so
Tarantino.
bad.
Okay. So, how well do you know the films written or directed by the famous American filmmaker Quentin Tarantino between 1992 and 2019? We've got 10 multiple choice questions, and we're going to try and pick the right one. But if you're watching live on Amazon or on Facebook or LinkedIn, then do type in the answer if you know it. Let's make a start. And I'm going to close that because I'll close that in a second. Let's go for question one. So question one, which of these Quentin Tarantino movies, that's going to catch me out before the end of this show, is about a middle-aged flight attendant that smuggles money for an arms dealer? Okay. Was it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction, or Reservoir Dogs?
Ooh.
Ooh. Whilst we're thinking about that, Nick, what's the first item in your carousel?
Oh, first item, because it's got a nice cheeky little discount on it, 13% off. So $29.99 today. It is the TP-Link Tapo Pan and Tilt security camera. Now, if you've been paying attention over the last few weeks, I have to show you it in its box form because I've actually got it. I'm using it for Kitten Cam. So it is actually a really great camera. It shoots or it records, and you can see in 1080 high definition, which is beautiful. It can also see 30 foot in the dark, in pitch black. The infrared kicks in, and you can see 30 foot in the dark. Fantastic. It has two-way audio, so you can, if you see someone out and about, then you can question them, and they can actually answer you. So yeah, maybe if you've got it as security and your friendly neighborhood Amazon delivery driver has come to deliver something and you're not in, it notifies you on your phone. Everything these days controlled by an app. I'll show you that in a minute. Notifies you on your phone. You can then look, you can then talk. Fantastic. It is so cool. It will rotate 360 degrees and it will rotate up and down. I think it is 180. I'll have to double check on that. But you can get absolutely fantastic vision. Now, motion detecting, so it will detect motion and then can automatically record, either record onto, I've got it in a little 128 gig SD card in there. That gives me 14 hours of recording time. Or you can have it record directly to the Tapo cloud as well. As a small monthly fee for that. But you can have it for security. You can have it Many people have it as a baby monitor these days. FYI, I have a new great nephew coming on the 13th of November. Yep, the date has been booked in. So, it's obviously coming out the sunroof, I'm guessing. So looking forward to that. So that we can use it as a kid camera, but I'm using it, of course, for kitten cam because I've got my little kittens. And so I'm going to show you. So this is the app, and that is live. And if I just zoom in a little more, come on. Yes, there you go. You can zoom in on your phone screen. So there you go. There's Marco and Delia sound asleep on the throw on the sofa, and so that's really cool. So we can rotate it and see much more. And say you can have all sorts of conversations. So I could scare them. There is an alarm which I didn't realize was going off when I first set it up. So every time there's movement, it goes woot woot, big alarm. That scared the cats, I can tell you. So, but it's a great piece of kit. So yeah, you've got 1080 high definition, 360 degrees field of view. You've got privacy mode, of course, you can just switch it off. Night vision, two-way audio, sharing, local storage, and it is the easiest thing to set up around. So yeah, absolutely bargain. $25.99 for the TP Tapo Pan Tilt security camera.
Brilliant. So there you have it, a bargain.
Bargain.
Okay. Cam or kitten cam.
Kitten cam.
Kitten cam. Okay, so I'm going to pronounce this correctly. Question 1 is, which of these Quentin Tarantino movies is about a middle-aged flight attendant that smuggles money for an arms dealer? Is it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction, or Reservoir Dogs? Are we going to eliminate some here?
Yes.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh, definitely not Pulp Fiction. Once
was...
Upon a Time in Hollywood, that was obviously just Brad Pitt and someone else. Can't think of his name. No, I've not seen it for a long time, this film, but it was one of my favourites back in the day. But yeah, Jackie Brown, I believe that one.
Okay, so you're going to go Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Correct.
Yay!
Which brings us on to question 2.
Okay, so which of these Quentin Tarantino movies is about an actor and his stunt double who have to deal with changes in the film industry? Is that Natural Born Killers, The Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or Jackie Brown? And while you're pondering that, Stephen, what have you got in the carousel?
Right, I'm just going to switch your camera off, Nick. I'm going to hide that. And that brings me to here. And then I can switch this camera on. And there you have it. Now, what we're going to talk about now is something that Nick and I love. We know it works out the box, and it's changed the way that we broadcast. You can control the internet that comes into your property by changing providers, but what you can't need to do is control the internet around your premises. Otherwise, you get spots where Wi-Fi just won't reach. And the answer to that is here. This is the TP-Link Deco, which is down in the carousel today, 27% off. It's a deal. It's $109.99, $40 saving. Now, this is important to me because on Thursday afternoon this week, the engineers from our internet service providers will arrive here and they will install gigabit internet.
Oh, wow.
Which is going to make it's going to change our world. No more buffering, no more, I'm just going to upload this, don't do anything. All that will disappear and we can upload and download whilst we're watching Amazon Prime. A new world awaits. But the engineers who came basically said, well, which Wi-Fi system do you have? And when I said we've got the TP-Link Deco, they said, yes.
Oh,
superb system. All we need to do is to unplug it from the existing router, plug it into the new one, it'll work. Yeah. Fantastic. No change to passwords or anything. So it's going to be so smooth because we've got the TP-Link Deco, and we're going to have super fast broadband all over the house. Because the thing is that with the units, you get 3 supplied. The first one you plug into the back of the router, which I just into that. Second one you take into another room and you plug that in and switch it on, and it will see the first one. So you've then got 2 units talking to each other. And then the third unit takes it into another room, and you've then got 3 units talking to each other. I've got noises off occasionally. Can you hear that, Nick?
No, no. It all sounds good
All
to
right.
me.
Okay. I don't know. One of these things. We'll keep an eye on it. So you've got 3 of these units dotted around your property. They all see each other. They all talk to each other. As Nick reminded me, with this unit, you can control 100 devices. So think of PCs, Macs, tablets, phones, Echo Dots, anything that uses Wi-Fi in your house can be connected to here, and it will simply work. You can download an app on your iPhone or Android phone, and you've got control. You can set a master password and a guest password, and you can control access to Wi-Fi. You can switch it on and off again, all from the app. We just plug this in, and it's been on consistently for the last 18 months, no problems at all. So if you're looking for a Wi-Fi system, TP-Link Deco, down in the carousel, 27% off, $109.99. There we have it.
Wow.
So I'm going to switch Nick's camera back on. I've got to get this in the right order. I'm going to try and find our quiz, which I think is here. So we've got the quiz, and if I switch this camera off, the quiz should. No, Nick, you're in charge.
Yeah, I can't remember the question. Cool. So the question was, which of these Quentin Tarantino movies is about an actor and his stunt double who have to deal with changes in the film industry? Was it Natural Born Killers, The Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or Jackie Brown? Now, given that we had Jackie Brown as the last answer, I'm confident we can rule that one out.
Right. And I think because it's about the film industry, and the film industry is based in Hollywood.
Genius.
See, process elimination again. Are we okay to go with that?
Oh, definitely. I think yes.
Okay. Batting 2 out of 2. Okay. Ooh. Right. Okay. One of my favorite movies, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. As revealed in the movie Kill Bill Volume 2, what is the real name of Bride, the lead female character that seeks revenge on her former members? Was it Beatrix Kiddo, Elle Driver, Vernita Green, or Sophie Fatale? While we ponder that, Nick, what's next?
Yeah, well, I think, I'm hoping you know the answer to that one. I'm not sure. I don't know. What I do know is next in the carousel is we've both got one of these. This is, of course, my favorite go-to microphone. It is the Blue Yeti. Yeah, we've been around for a long time, me and this Blue Yeti, because it just works beautifully. It's a 3 microphone array, and that allows us to have these various different settings. So we can have it like it is right now. It's just a 1-to-1. We can also have it a bi-directional. So we've got it 1-directional, 2-directional, if we were chatting opposite each other. And then we can set it to a 3rd setting, which is omnidirectional. So if you wanted to, often say, if my niece came with her band and I wanted to record them, I'd have it on omnidirectional. But we can also switch it to stereo as well. So we can have it from one ear to the other, which is really great. Now, it's also got this dial here, which controls the gain. So when you plug it in, and it's super, super simple, you just plug it in. It's got a USB cable, plug it in the back of the Mac or the PC. But always go into your audio setting or microphone settings and just select it and just play around with the gain. So you've got it how you want it. The gain is very, very sensitive, particularly on my one. Around the other side, now you're going to hear a little bit different because I've got it on one direction. Here we've got a volume control. So that's a volume control. We can put in headphones here. So we can actually hear the microphone. We can control the volume there. And we've got the all-important pause button. So if you're going to do a big sneeze or a cough, you don't want that to sound. So press the pause button. And then remember, of course, to press the pause button again. We've all been there and done it, where we've been chatting away. No one can hear us. because we've pressed
Yeah.
the pause button and not pressed it again. Now,
Well, that's why we work together, because if you've got two people, you can sense when a microphone's not working.
exactly. And also, as it happened to us before, and because this is now part of the Logitech stable, Logitech always, whenever they buy something out, they just turbocharge it. With the G Hub, we can control not only how this microphone sounds, we can have crazy effects, alien voices, we've got air horns, you name it. We've got a whole raft of things we can play with it. And as we did once, I was busy using it, and Stephen luckily said to me, "Oh, I think that might be stuck on alien voice," because I couldn't hear. But yeah, no, it's a fantastic. It comes with a built-in stand, a desk stand, nice padding, but it's also got the universal microphone stand as well, so you can just screw it into a microphone stand as well. Doesn't come with the spit guard, but they're only a couple of dollars. And if you going on Amazon, you put it in your cart, you'll obviously see some little spit guards you can just go buy. It comes in different colors, so you can have it in blue. I've got mine in silver, and I always like to give my first video guru a shout out. A lovely guy called Ben Brophy, and he was the one that introduced me to the Blue Yeti. Absolutely fantastic. He was using it. I loved how it sounded, and so it was a no-brainer for me to then do it. So yeah, absolutely fantastic piece of kit.
Well, it basically, we both have a Blue Yeti, and I got mine because I heard it so much when we're broadcasting together that I got one. So my Blue Yeti is next to me. I think it's the one I'm using right now. Okay, so question 3, as revealed in the movie Kill Bill Volume 2, what is the real name of the bride, the lead female character that seeks revenge on her former team members? Is it Beatrix Kiddo, Elle Driver, Vernita Green, or Sophie Fatale? Or it could be Fatale, or, well, as in femme fatale.
No, I
Right.
genuinely don't know, Stephen. So if you can talk us through it, I'll be
Okay, well, I've only got I'm torn between Beatrix Kiddo or Sophie Fatale.
okay.
As we've had, I'm going to get this wrong. It's 50-50. I'm going to go with Beatrix.
I'd have gone with that.
Ah,
Well done.
well, indeed. Brings us on to question 4.
Brilliant. Question 4 then. So which movie was written by Quentin Tarantino? I'll start again. Which movie was written by Quentin Tarantino and is about a murdering couple who are irresponsibly glorified by the mass media? Is that Pulp Fiction? Is it Natural Born Killers, Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2, or True Romance? So it's about a murdering couple who are irresponsibly glorified by the mass media.
Right. Okay. My turn, I think.
Your turn.
I'm going to come on camera. Now then, when we talk about live video, Nick and I have been broadcasting since forever. There are 3 things which are important. 1, the camera. You're actually looking at an Exigo in 970p. 2, the microphone. You know, you're listening to Blue Yeti. And the 3rd thing that's important is lighting. Now, I used to have 2 soft boxes, one either side of me, light pointed at the wall, reflected off, and it looked good. And it looked good for the first year, the second year, but in the 3rd year, because it's made of fabric and I moved the lights occasionally, the fabric started to fray. So I was looking for a lighting replacement for my live broadcasts. And talking to my partner, Angelica, I wanted one that wasn't fabric and that wasn't big. So I was watching a broadcast by our good friend Marco Novo, and he was talking to the gentleman from Logitech, and he was talking about Logitech cameras. And then all of a sudden, they talked about this light. Now, if I zoom out for a minute, you can actually see, just zoom out, will you? Right, okay. Props are not working. This is it. This is, I'll put that down. This is the Logitech Litra Glow light, which is down the carousel. It's now Logitech for Creators Light. This was designed for gamers and for broadcasters. The light is safe 24/7, so you could broadcast all day if you want. And when you first get it, there's just 2 pieces of cellophane which you take off, recycle, and then the light is ready to use. Now, there's a shelf, and with that shelf you can put this light on the back of your monitor next to your camera, or you can twist that off and you can put it onto a tripod like this one, the Cube tripod, down in the carousel, and you could put the light on there. And the thing is that if it's on a tripod, you can actually move the tripod about, so you can put it anywhere on your desking, like to me. Okay, so that's how you position it. The next thing is, how do you adjust it? Well, if you can see, it actually extends like so, and you can, it's a ratchet, so you can lock it into place. You can then bend the light forward. Mine is like that, and you can turn the light sideways, both ways, just proving that that works. Okay, now it's powered USB-A, USB-C, just plugs into your computer, or in my case, it plugs into the USB extension. And if I press this middle button, I will actually switch it on. And as you can see, I'm just going to experiment. It's not a very bright light. It is a consistent light. And hello to Taylor, to Domino. Right, okay, just give me a second. Thank you. I'll come to that question in a second. It's not a very bright light. I can use this and it doesn't shine in your eyes. It is just so effective, though, in terms of solo broadcasting. It's the only light you need. I've got two of them, which is why I can show you the one. They're so good. My good friend Jim Ziegler bought one and he loves it. And he says that with this light, he doesn't need a green screen to remove his background. And he proved that in a video. And I'll show you that video, but not today. So that's it. It's $57. It's down in the carousel. And if you're looking for a light, if you're looking for a Christmas present for somebody, $57 gives them a light. It's for gamers, it's for broadcasters, anybody who needs lighting in their broadcasting studio. This is the one, and it's by Logitech. On the back, you can control the brightness and the temperature, and there is software called Logitech G Hub, which you can use to control the whole unit. Okay, back to here. Okay.
So back to the question, and it is Quentin Tarantino. Which movie was written by Quentin Tarantino and is about a murdering couple who are irresponsibly glorified by the mass media? Is it Pulp Fiction, Natural Born Killers, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, or True Romance?
Right. The clues in the title, again, I think, Nick. Murder is related to killing.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh.
And we're talking about two people, so that would be killers.
Oh, you're good.
And I would opt for Natural Born Killers.
Go along with that. I can't fault your logic.
Okay. Question 5. Oh, wait a minute. Before we take question 5, my good friend Domino, who pops in on a regular basis, has got a question. What would be the best way to reach out for communication for an upcoming online onboarding event? What would be the best way to reach out for communication? Marketing. Yeah. Let us have a think about that, Domino, and we'll come back with an answer. I know you and I are due to have a meeting at some point. I'll put my thinking cap on, and if we can get together soon, that would be good. Okay. Right. So question 5. Which of these Quentin Tarantino movies is about two plots to assassinate Nazi Germany's leadership? Is it Reservoir Dogs, Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained? Is that right? Django,
yeah.
Yeah, Death Proof. Whilst we're thinking about that, Nick, do you have something to show us?
I do. Let me quickly put it in the carousel. It is. You're probably going to get. Oh, just switch the wrong thing up. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's all gone horribly pear-shaped. Okay. Let's get back to my Amazon. Right, here we go. Let's put it in the screen. Now, you're probably going to get you might get a couple of these cameras in today, this brand. This is the Nexigo StreamCam N930E. It is this little fella here. It's got a 25% discount, so it is now $59.99. And for that, you're getting one heck of a little camera for sure. It is shoots and records in 1080 high definition, so live streaming in high definition with this. We can attach it to our tripods quite happily, screws in, or of course we can sit it on top of our displays. Sits there nice and quietly. And if you're streaming, if you're using it for Zoom meetings, Google Hangouts, Teams meetings, then this is ideal because it's got a built-in noise cancelling microphone as well. So you've got noise cancelling. If you've got noisy kids, cats, pets, parakeets, then that will keep you just your voice in the distance there. It's also got a nice little stick-on privacy cover as well, so that just slides across. So you get two of those just in case you stick it on wrong the first time. I was able to do it first time, so it's got to be very, very easy. It's got the reason I bought it though, or one of the biggest reasons I bought it is it's got this. It has got a 3-stage built-in ring light, so it doesn't matter what you're doing. We've got box lights there, ring lights in front. I've got the light glow sitting on the desktop there, and we have this ring light. I can switch all those lights off, and I'm still going to be well lit. And that's really important for us on video because we like to try and look as good as we possibly can, and lighting is how we do that. So that built-in lighting is fantastic. As I say, if you're using it for working from home in Zoom calls and things, then you're going to be loved by your bosses and the teams because you'll be the person that is actually standing out. People can see you, people can hear you because you've got crisp audio, and it's fantastic. Now, it comes with the Nexigo software as well. We always say, Steve and I, if something comes with software to use the software as well. It allows us to control everything from white balance, exposure, backlighting, hue, contrast, you name it. We can control it. What I love about this is that it's also got a preset, so you can actually have it as you want it. Then you can save that as a preset in case you want to move and do something in a different room. You have different lighting needs, and then you can preset back to where you were. It is absolutely fantastic, and I think right now it still is my favorite entry-level webcam. It's an upgrade on whatever you've got in your Mac or your PC, both visually and audibly, and it's absolutely fantastic. Nexigo N930E, $59.99. For that price, you're getting a cracking little camera.
Yeah, it is hard to beat the price, isn't it?
No,
And the functionality. I mean, that's the thing we both love about Nexigo cameras is the functionality that we get for the price. Right, catching it with the comments. We say hello to Domino. You got in there first. Domino saying nice, and back to Tracy, and Tracy is saying hello. And in your honor, Tracy, because you actually joined us live, we'd like to do this. We haven't done this for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
but yes. We have a snake, and we have a snake with more than Nick and I there. Hey! So we say hello to Domino, we say hello to Corinda, we say hello to Nick, to me, and to Tracy. And let's catch up with the other comments and communications with me. Basically, can you post, quickest way to this, can you post your Facebook link in, I don't know. You find me everywhere. Yeah, on Facebook or LinkedIn. Find me on LinkedIn. That's probably the best idea. Yeah. And then Domino's got a guess. And he's saying Reservoir Dogs. Nick, where shall we go?
Well, I hate to disagree, but I'm going to disagree.
I'm going to do the same. Carry on.
Only because it's a cracking film, and I'm not sure we should say the word live on Amazon.
Well,
you played fast and loose.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, Angelica won't watch this film.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. She just won't watch it.
That's okay. I don't watch Das Boot.
Angelica would appreciate that, I'm sure.
Actually, no. Actually, I've got to admit, the original movie Das Boot is absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah, indeed. So the answer is?
Oh, sorry. So the answer is, I think it's Inglorious.
And we're not going to say the word then. I think it's
No.
misspelt, actually, isn't it? That it looked misspelt to me. Okay, so we're over to question 6.
Brilliant. So question 6: which of these? Good. There's no rude words in this one. Which of these Quentin Tarantino movies is about a bride who swears revenge on a team of assassins and their leader? Is it Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2? Is it Hateful Eight? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or Death Proof, a movie I've never seen? So yeah, one of those four. It's going to be a good one or two.
Yeah, I'm just, I'll come to me. I'm just zipping through the carousel to find what's on next. Okay, and I've got a choice here. And thank you for clicking the items. We're going to talk about, down in the carousel is the OBSBot Tiny. And if I go here, and I go here, and I go here, you're now watching the OBSBot Tiny camera, which is down in the carousel, 25% off, $149 as opposed to $199. Now this is I've got two OBSBots. I've got this one, and I can show it to you. This is the camera that we're looking at. It's the OBSBot Tiny. You've got a lens on top which hides full total privacy. You've got a 2-axis gimbal, and underneath that you have the base. It's USB-A, USB-C, and because it's on a gimbal, it can go left, it can go right, it can go up, and it can go down. It's got 3 presets. So let's look at me. This is its first preset, then the desktop, and this is going to be really interesting because the third one, just want to show you that we are in actual fact 5 hours ahead of you. This is the view out the window where it's getting dark, and you've even got my reflection in there. But you've got 3 views with the OBSBot Tiny, and it's down in the carousel. The other thing about the OBSBot Tiny is that I can do this. No other camera that I have can do this. But if I click that button, with the OBSBot Tiny, you can be sat down 1 minute, stood up the next, because the camera will track you as you go. It's got AI tracking built in, which means it will follow you as you move about the room. It will keep you in the center of the screen. It will keep you focused, and it will give you headroom. I'm trying not to wave my hands back because you can use hand controls as well. So I've just switched it off. Let me switch it back on again, and you can see it's actually tracking everything that I do. And I'm about to lose myself. Okay, I think we're back now. Yep. So it's got 2 functions: sat down, stood up, moving about, and it's just great. It's 1080p, 720p. It's got dual microphones built in, and it's got hand gestures, start tracking, stop tracking, zoom in, zoom out, and it's 2 times zoom, 720, 1080p, dual microphones, and it's just a joy to use because it's basically what it can do. So that's it, and I'm going to go back over to the desktop, show you one last picture of that camera, and there it is. It is the OBSBot Tiny down in the carousel today. It's 25% off. It's $149.99, a saving of $50, and I just love them both. So, and there's a new one as well, which I'm looking at the moment. This is dangerous stuff. Okay, back to me, and I'm going to take myself off solo. Brings it back to me and Nick. Question 6.
Just how many OBSBot Tinies does a man need? I'm thinking at least 3 then. So which of these Quentin Tarantino movies is about a bride who swears revenge on a team of assassins and their leader? Was that Kill Bill, Volume 1 and 2? The Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Death Proof? And Stephen, I've got a sneaky feeling this might be one of your favourites.
Yeah, I think it is, because the clue, we've seen the word bride twice so far. We had to get the name of the bride, and this time we've got a film with a bride in it. I don't think Quentin Tarantino's made too many films about brides, so
No.
it has to be. Are we going to go for
Let's go for it.
Kill
Kill
Bill?
Bill. Absolutely.
Right. Question 7 then. In the Pulp Fiction movie, Jules Winfield and Vincent Vega both work for which gangster? Well, it's going to be Aldo Rain, Richie Gecko, Ordell Robbie, or Marcellus Wallace. Okay, and I can hear one of the main characters, John Travolta, actually saying his boss's name.
Yeah.
In his inimitable accent. So, question 7, that brings us up to our next item, and it's over to Nick.
Cool. And our next item is we're going to hit over to the Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pros. Stephen and I were lucky enough to be sent some great earbuds. This was one of a set of 3 we had to test out and discuss. And these are by far, I think these are my favorite earbuds all round. They are absolutely fantastic quality. They've got incredible dynamic range for sure. And they come in this lovely little pouch, super simple. They're ergonomically beautiful, so they just come out, stick them in your ear. I'm happy if you put them in the right ear, it does help. But yeah, no, they are fantastic. They've got 55-hour battery life, so you don't have to worry about them running out at all. And you've got the charger, and you do that. Now you've got there's a couple of things. Actually, I'm going to put them in because I won't be able to hear you. There's a couple of things I did want to just run through though, because I was checking this out just before we came on air, and there's 13% discount in the in the carousels, because there's a 21% discount. But actually, if you go in, then actually you've got a coupon today as well. So you've got a 20% coupon that you can apply as well. So that will bring the price down. So as you can see there, I've got black ones, but you've got black, white, and you've even got black clear and white clear as well. So yeah, what can I tell you about these? Yes, there's a 70 millisecond game mode. So if you're using this for gaming, and if you're gaming on your mobile phone or your cell phone, then you don't want that lag between the sound and what you're seeing. So 70 milliseconds is quite the thing. Super comfortable. They're 5.3 Bluetooth 5.3, so that means that you're not going to lose any connectivity. That's the best Bluetooth connecting at the moment. It's got 6 microphones, 3 in each one, so you've got great audio as well. And one of the best things about this, and let's hope this demonstration will work nicely, is you've got the app. So apart from these having brilliant sound, and also you can have it as a totally immersive, or you can actually switch it over to, like, it's got the hybrid, so you can actually turn the sound down so you can actually hear other people through. I can't think of the word that describes that, but never mind. And let me just pull up the app though. We've got the Soundpeats app on the phone. There you go. Let's put them next to each other. And they should. I'm going to stop doing this demonstration. Every time I do this demonstration, it doesn't work. But when I'm sitting quietly in the comfort of my own,
it happened to me last Friday. Exact same problem.
Well, all I can say is you just have to take my word for it then, or go watch Stephen's Friday one last week. Basically, it looks at the earpods, and doesn't matter which ones you've got. It'll know which ones you've got. It'll tell you how much battery life you've got left in them. But also, and this is a cracking thing, you've got different preset equalizers, and so you can use those, or you can actually use a graphic equalizer and have your own sound as well. So absolutely fantastic. I love them to bits, and I think for that price, which I've now lost in the carousel, was I'm back. Yeah, the carousel is $62.99, but you got that 20% discount code as well. And Corinda's are saying, how does the LDAC feature enhance the audio quality in the Soundpeats? The LDAC thing. What's the LDAC thing? I should know that.
Corinda's reading the web page.
Okay. Yeah, basically, nice one, Grinda. You can answer the question then. Basically, it's the rate it transfers information, and that's as fast as you can get. So that's the answer to that one, Grinda. So yeah, no, fantastic. And I say, hats off. Thank you very much to Sound Pete's for sending them in, because they are absolutely fantastic.
Right. I agree. And a lot of people who've taken part in a YouTube review of them agree as well. Catching up then, we've got some help this time. We've got some help from Solihull.
Hey, hello, John.
And help from Domino as well.
Ooh.
Thankfully, they both agree. And Corinda is saying D.
D.
Right. If we go A, B, C, D, are we going to go?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Let's go for that one.
Okay.
Oh, we're doing rather well. I don't want to jinx it.
No.
Okay.
Don't say it yet.
Okay, so is it me or you? Me, isn't it? So which of these Quentin Tarantino movies is about several strangers who seek refuge from a blizzard in a stagecoach stopover sometime after the American Civil War? Was it The Hateful Eight, From Dusk Till Dawn, Glorious Thingies, or Danjo Unchained, sorry. Hateful Eight, From Dusk Till Dawn, Glorious, or Danjo Unchained. Strangers who seek refuge from a blizzard in a stagecoach stopover sometime after the American Civil War. And while we're thinking about that one, what have you got in the carousel, Stephen?
I'm trying to find a lot of items have been clicked in my carousel.
Oh.
Yeah. Which you have, but I don't. Which makes it rather difficult to actually show something that is actually in my carousel. I mean, thank you for clicking all the items. I've had 10 items clicked so far.
Oh, wow.
But I'm just looking. I mean, I could talk about the purple panda if you want, Nick. Let's just. Okay, I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with something that nobody's clicked, and it is the IPEVO uplift stand, which is down the carousel now. It's 11% off today. It's 52.24, and this is the IPEVO uplift stand. Now, I need to explain something here. This is a beautiful stand which has a second use. I can use it to store headphones. So let's take the headphones off. These are all down in the carousel. First one you have is the Aftershokz Aeropex. Second one is Aftershokz, and I knew this was a bad idea. I should have demonstrated something else. Aftershokz, basically these ones, that is the Open Pro, and those are Soundpeats headphones, which are a ridiculous price down in the carousel. So whilst I take this off, I'm going to put it out of sight, and then you don't see me doing a battle with the IPEVO stand. Now, when you're actually shooting with your mobile phone, you want it to be steady. The IPEVO stand is rock steady. Now, this was recommended to me by our good friend Chris de Boven in Belgium, and I'm just going to get rid of that. So Chris recommended this to me. This is the IPEVO uplift stand down in the carousel, 11% off today. Basically, it's got moving parts. Okay, hinge number one is at the bottom. Let me just zoom out because then you can see a bit better. Hinge number one is at the bottom, so I can change the angle like that and then bring it back up again. Hinge number two is there. And hinged, well, this is actually, that's where your phone goes. So basically, this is weighty. It weighs about 3 kilos. So this is not going to move. Yeah. If you're doing a live broadcast, suppose you're doing a cookery demonstration, suppose you're doing a keto cookery demonstration, and you want to have your camera as one of your mobile phone camera as one of the sources in the broadcast. then this is the stand to use, because you can't knock it over whilst you're cooking. And it's great for craft demonstrations. Now, if you click link in the carousel, you'll find that IPVAR are well known for stands, and one of their stands has actually got a built-in camera. So instead of having, well, yeah, it's document camera, DocuCam, as they say in the trade. So this is meant for a mobile phone. It takes a larger mobile phone as well, Samsung Galaxy, iPhone 12 and 13. And it's just so solid. I just love the design. It's the simplicity of it. And you just put it down and you can then adjust it, and then you can sit in front of the camera. You know the camera's not going to move, and you can broadcast out to the world. Okay, so that's it. The IPVAR up the stand. Discount today, 11% off, 52.24.
Cool.
Back to the question.
Nice. Okay, so which of these Quentin Tarantino movies is about several strangers who seek refuge from a blizzard in a stagecoach stopover sometime after the American Civil War? The Hateful Eight, From Dusk Till Dawn, Inglorious, or Danjo Unchanged? And I think John is saying The Hateful Eight. I think you might be right, John. Is the truth? I couldn't swear to it though.
It is. We're talking about the stand, which I've still got. It is in the carousel. It's towards the end, Corinda.
Yeah, look harder, Corinda.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not on Nick's page.
No.
So Johnny's saying 1 or A. Yeah, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. We're happy with both those.
We can work those. Yeah,
we can do it. Right. Okay. What are your thoughts, Nick?
I'm not sure. It's the honest answer. It could well be. I don't know. I'm trying to think, but it's Hateful Eight. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Inglorious Bastards, we know is not it. Django Unchained, that's a Mexican one, I think. From Dusk Till Dawn is a vampire one, which leaves us with Hateful Eight.
Cool.
Okay. Oh dear, we've got 8 out of 8 so far, Nick.
That's good.
Right, okay. Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction movie begins with a couple that robs a what? And the what is a diner, a bank, a train, or a gas station? You can tell if it's an American movie because the word gas station. Nick, your final item today.
Right, the final item I have in the carousel is the pluggable USB-C hub 7-in-1 port. It's $29.95, and we have it here because you never have enough USB ports in the back of your Macs or your PCs or your laptops, and you always need some more. And so this is a great little item. So it's a USB-C to plug it in, and that is going to give you 1, 2, 3 USB ports there as well. You've also got a 4K HDMI port as well. You put another little monitor in there. You have SD and micro SD reading ports as well, so you can put your SD cards in there and plug them in. And also you've got I think it's a 100-watt charger port in that one as well. So all these things, a 7-in-1 hub, and Pluggable are a great brand. They do so many different items. I've got a couple of the Pluggable microscopes in the carousel, and a little box as well. They really do work well. The only thing I would say about this, and just forewarned, is that some people in the comments say, "Oh, it's getting a bit warm." Well, there's a reason for that. It's because it's metal. It's designed that way. It wants to dissipate the heat so that it doesn't burn up the insides. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Plug it in, then you've instantly got more USBs. You've got HDMI, SD, and micro SD card readers, and charging as well. There's not a lot else to say about that, but it's a cracking piece of kit. And when I unplug it, I have to then plug it back in because when you've got microphones, lights, and lots of different cameras, the USB ports really do help. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the plug all 7 in 1.
Brilliant. Okay. Shall we catch up with what's going on as well?
Oh yes.
Prinny's got a quick question about the device you were just showing. Can the pluggable USB-C hub 7-in-1 provide 4K? Has it got an HDMI port?
It has indeed. There's your 4K HDMI port there, right on the end, Corinda.
Okay, and the second question, has it got Thunderbolt 4 connections?
Yeah.
There you go. The answer to both questions is yes, Corinda, and it's over to John, who's providing a subtle hint about our film. Honey Bun and Pumpkin. See, he knows the film. Trying to rob the wrong person. Oh, just a minute. In the John, where? I can't see what it says.
In the diner.
In the diner. So let's go for diner. Well done, John.
Oh, well done, John. You are a Quentin Tarantino aficionado.
Indeed.
Okay. So last question. No pressure, Stephen, but we've got 9 out of 9 so far. On the official Pulp Fiction film poster, which character can be seen lying on a bed smoking in from a handgun? Is it Butch Coolidge, Vincent Vega, Jules Winfield, or Mia Wallace? So who's lying on the bed smoking from a handgun?
John, we need you.
And while we shout out to John, Stephen, what's your last item?
I'm just looking again. I'm looking. Right. Okay. What should we talk about? Let's take something close to me. This is down in the carousel, and it is. Okay. Headphones.
Oh.
These are the Soundpeats headphones, which I should be able to find in the carousel. Nick mentioned the Soundpeats earbuds a few moments ago, and hopefully down in the carousel I have these headphones. I think I do. If I don't, I'll just talk about them and we'll bring them on the show again next week. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find it, so I'll just talk about them. These are surprising. They are only between $20 and $30, but they work so well. Basically, unlike the aftershocks, these go over your ear, which is good. So you've still got the safety factor. You can hear everything that's going on around you. You can hear the traffic and the footsteps behind you. But they are earbuds, not earbuds, not headphones, earbuds. Basically, there's a space between the speaker and your ear, and the sound travels straight into your ear, and it just works. It's not the best sound in the world, but it is darn good sound. Now, one of the things about wearing a headset whilst you're out walking, running, jogging, or cycling is, do they move? These don't move. They're very stable. Waterproof, they are sort of waterproof, but they are very good headphones. And I think in terms of, for the price, $20, $30, ideal present for somebody, and great for walking, running, jogging, and cycling. So that's the final item. And I'm going to take that off screen and come back to us.
Cool.
Okay. See, the thing is, we've got so used to doing this program in 60 minutes.
I know, we've flown by. That's why I've still got to go pick up Debs anyway. But I did say I'll be a bit late. Okay, so on the official Pulp Fiction film poster, which character can be seen lying on a bed smoking in from a handgun?
Okay.
Butch Coolidge, Vincent Vega, Jules Winfield, or Mia Wallace? Interesting.
Right, I'm just going through the comments. No, the headphones are just black, Corinda. How does the Aftershocks Aeropex all shines bone connection in the headphones? Well, I was talking about the Soundpeats. Basically, Aftershocks have got a patent on the Aeropex, and they just simply work. And bone conduction goes through your cheekbones to your inner ear, and that's basically how a high quality sound travels. Right. I'm just hoping. I'm buying time here to see if John can come up with an answer.
Yeah.
Let's answer the last question, because we're resting on a 10 out of 10 here, and we can't press any links, John, fortunately.
It's a tricky one.
Okay.
I'm trying to
And
think
next,
of what the poster looked like.
right. Oh, it's not posted. How can you? Oh, wait a minute. Is Corinda coming to the rescue?
Right.
Right. Corinda's just
I've
saying
got
correct.
a feeling.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling it's the lady Mia Wallace lying on a bed smoking in from a handy.
Right. We got. Yeah.
I can't think of why any of the men would be doing that.
Indeed. Yeah. It wouldn't be very alluring, would it?
No. Oh,
Well, your logic worked perfectly, Nick. Well done.
oh wow.
We haven't done this for a while. We've scored 10 out of 10.
That's
Average is
amazing.
8.24, and there have been 6,989 players.
Oh,
So that is totally amazing. A reason to celebrate.
Absolutely.
So we'll stop sharing, come back to Nick and me, and go
Now John said it's a woman. Well done, John.
John, you correct. Okay. And Corinda is saying C or D. Well, that's we could have tossed a coin, but Nick knew.
Yeah,
Nick's
worked it out.
link was to the poster. Well, we can't click links in the studio, John. So if you saw John's link, then it will take you to the poster.
Ah, okay. We'll do that after the.
Okay, I'm gonna hide all those. Big thank you to everybody for watching. Over to Nick.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. So that's Domino, Tracy, Corinda, John. Thank you so much for your help with the quiz. We shall be back at the same time next week. It will be 4 p.m. in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern. But you can catch Stephen every day at the same time, as you well know. But until next week, though.
Okay. Yeah, before we go, I'm live tomorrow on the OneStream YouTube channel at 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in the UK. Join me there. Bye for now.
Take care.